Hey everyone, and welcome to WittCode, where in this video, we're going to learn how to create a bash script to periodically reload nginx inside a Docker container. This is useful for things such as handling periodic SSL certificate updates. So as an example of what we're going to build, if we look in the console down here, we can see every 10 seconds, so we have 10.10.19, 10.10.29, 10.10.39, we can see that the nginx is reloading with a new configuration, and it is this configuration right here. So if we make changes to this configuration, in 10 seconds, nginx will reload with the changes. So this is what we're going to build. So to get nginx to reload periodically, we can create a script that runs an infinite loop in the background. This loop will periodically reload nginx. We run this process in the background so that we can run nginx in the foreground. And this script is going to be called reload.sh. So first, let's create an infinite loop. We can do that by just specifying while true. However, we don't want this loop to run every millisecond. We want the script to pause for a period of time, and we can do that with the sleep command. So while true, if you want to sleep for 10 seconds, of course out in production you would want to do something longer like 12 hours, 6 hours, but for this demonstration we'll do 10 seconds. And now after these 10 seconds are up, we want to reload nginx. And we can do that with nginx-s reload. This -s flag signals to the nginx master process. Here, we are telling it to reload the configuration. So then we're done with this loop, but now we need to make it so this command runs in the background, because remember, we want nginx to be running in the foreground. So to do this, we can use an ampersand. And now, after that, we just need to run nginx in the foreground. We can do that with exec nginx, nginx-g, daemon off. The exec command right here is used to replace the current shell process with a new one. This ensures that the nginx process is the main process and not a child process. Specifying daemon off right here tells nginx to stay in the foreground. In other words, not to detach from the terminal. We want to do this because we want nginx to be the main process of our Docker container. But this is all it takes for the script. Now let's just build our Docker image and our container. So the way we're going to do this is with a Docker file over here. And all I'm going to do is just paste this in. And so we're going to use nginx version 1.25 Alpine as the base image. We're going to set the working directory to -user local bin. This location is often used to store scripts for local users. Then we copy our script file, make it executable, and then we set it as the entry point to our container. So when the container is created, this script will be ran. Now what I have over here is a simple nginx configuration that we're going to provide to the nginx Docker container. All it is just creates a server, HTTP server, that serves up the URL that serves up the content inside this directory. And we are going to copy this configuration into nginx using a volume. And we're also going to use this configuration to demonstrate that the reloading is working successfully. And we'll see that in a second. And now we're just going to build our Docker image from this Docker file. We're going to call it nginx.sh. And then after that's successful, we're going to create a container called nginx.shc, mapping port 6464 to port 80. We copy over our nginx configuration, and we create this from our nginx.sh image. So if we run this, we could see that nginx is up and running. If we wait 10 seconds, so we can see the timestamp right here, we should get another reload. So there we go. So it's been from 04 to 14. We can see this sig hup signal, which essentially tells nginx to reload. So now let's start testing this program. So the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to open up another terminal. And right now, let's curl localhost 6464. We see we get the welcome to nginx index.html file. But now let's curl it to a route that doesn't exist. So let's do whoops. And what we get back is still the index.html file, because in this try files directive right here, we specify if it can't be found, return the index.html file. But now, let me scroll down to the bottom of here. Let's change this so that if we can't find it, we return a 404. So we've changed this. Now we just need to wait for our configuration to reload. So we can see it's reloaded now. So now if we do this curl, now what we get is a 404 not found. We can change it again. Let's change it to 401, and let's run this curl after it's reloaded. And now we get a 401 returned. But so this is all it takes. It's this handy script here to get nginx to reload in a Docker container. This is useful for, say you want to renew your SSL certificates every now and then and you need to reload nginx. If you like this video, please consider downloading my Chrome extension called WittScepter. Link in the description. Just give me a good review on it. But besides that, thank you for liking and subscribing, and hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one.